Hello, and welcome to the Clinical Liver Diseases video series. CLD is an official digital learning publication of the AASLD. I'm Brian Kim, Associate Professor of Clinical Medicine at University of Southern California, Keck School of Medicine, and the author of Optimizing Hepatology Education in the Virtual World. The COVID-19 pandemic has dramatically changed the way we interact with each other. Telemedicine has become an important way to provide routine healthcare for patients with liver diseases and has certain advantages over traditional in-person visits. For patients with challenges in scheduling and transportation, telemedicine provides convenient access to care. For providers, telemedicine improves efficiency by focusing on problem-centered conversations and foregoing non-essential physical examinations. For these reasons, telemedicine is likely here to stay even after the pandemic. It is critical that the quality of telemedicine be on par or better than that provided by face-to-face visits. Quality of care should not be compromised for convenience and efficiency. Therefore, formal education of hepatology trainees and the proper use of telemedicine is essential. The Association of American Medical Colleges has proposed 6 domains of competencies that should be addressed to optimize medical education and training. First, patient safety. Through formal training, hepatology trainees should learn to discern which patients would best benefit from telemedicine visits versus face-to-face visits, while acknowledging patient preference and circumstances. Second, access and equity. Faculty and trainees should be mindful of inequalities that exist in our healthcare system. Patients who have difficulty securing transportation, taking time off from work, or accessing childcare to attend in-person appointments are the patients who would best benefit from telemedicine. In turn, however, these are the same people that may have unreliable internet access that can make telemedicine access more difficult. Third, communication. Trainees should have formal education on conducting telemedicine visits so that they are best prepared for this type of patient interaction. Trainees require adequate supervision during their telemedicine visits, just as they require for an in-person visit. Many telemedicine platforms allow for split-screen visits, allowing direct attending supervision during a patient encounter. After the patient has signed off, attending physicians should make a concerted effort to provide immediate, appropriate feedback to trainees. Data collection and assessment. Although a physical examination cannot be performed in a telemedicine visit, certain information can be ascertained through video observations, such as presence of jaundice and ascites. These observations can yield additional information on the patient's physical and social circumstances. Fifth, technology. Institutions should prepare robust support systems to support telemedicine visits. Audiovisual equipment and software should be readily available for the faculty and trainees, as well as adequate training on the use of these equipment and software. 6, ethical practices and legal requirements. The trainees should be educated on the hospital, local, state, and federal requirements to meet the standards of healthcare delivery for telemedicine. As healthcare evolves, faculty and trainees should be kept abreast of any rules and regulation changes surrounding telemedicine. A formal education in telemedicine should be complemented by a formal virtual didactic curriculum. A formal didactic curriculum will help alleviate some of the anxieties caused by disruption in usual learning activities. There are many advantages to the virtual format for education. In our experience, attendance at conferences has dramatically increased because faculty and trainees are now able to participate from remote sites. Moreover, the virtual format has made involvement of experts from other disciplines easier and more accessible. Efforts should be made to further enhance and optimize the virtual learning sessions. Stressing proper preparation avoids delays as a result of hardware or software issues. During open forums, there will be inevitable moments of silence and unintended crosstalk. Assigning a formal moderator can guide the discussion. Using a concurrent chat function allows for questions while limiting interruptions during a lecture. Audience participation can be encouraged with the use of electronic polls. The COVID-19 pandemic has taught us that the field of hepatology and liver transplantation is highly adaptable. Patient care has continued throughout the use of telemedicine, and education of our trainee has continued through virtual lectures. As uncertainties remain, our field has to remain flexible with continuous feedback from the front line so that we continue to prioritize and improve both the safety and the education of our hepatology trainees. On behalf of all of us on the CLD team, I hope you found this synopsis useful. For more information about telemedicine hepatology education, please visit us at www.cldlearning.com. Thank you.